up, Par?
What up, Escrow?
All right, we back.
We're back, baby! It's been
Back.
a while.
How was your vacation, sir?
It was great.
Was it?
We have all these lights on, or else you might be able to see a tan.
Did you get to watch the Masters at least?
I did, and I did annoy my wife with that.
I'm sure.
I was like, hey, I don't care if it's Sunday on vacation. It's Sunday at the Masters.
Yeah.
You gotta be watching this.
Kids drowning in the pool. You're like, hold on.
Yeah. I literally brought my tablet to the pool and to the beach throughout the weekend.
I think most people are that way. Like you're staying tuned in. Like the good thing about the Masters, like you can miss a little bit. It's not like,
Right.
Like
at one point I had 3 dudes that I didn't know behind me watching
it's all watching it. It's awesome. Yeah, but I mean, you missed an event. It was good.
I know.
It was fun. We had a good time. We just cook out. We're gonna do another one coming up, so we'll have some event coming up.
Yeah,
love to get some more people out to
maybe the U.S. Open.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. America. Get the grill back out.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things we were talking about that we've been recently seeing, like we got this like roller coaster in the industry. I feel like so many people are just getting stressed out in the market. Like, you talk about the market nationwide and people are like, oh, it's slow, it's like, but where we are in Maryland, like you look at Baltimore to DC, it's still a pretty competitive market. And, trying to keep the mindset of, just real estate agents saying, hey, the market's still hot, the clients understanding the market that we're in, like it's game. Like I just had a client recently just call me and like, man, if I don't get this house, I'm giving up. And it's like, what do you say to a client in that point so that they don't actually give up? And it's like, now she's under contract, she's ecstatic, but like this is a pretty big, that's what's different about the market today is like trying to keep the challenge and keeping people focused. And that's from the realtors and lenders. I mean,
it's clients, realtors, it's everyone in our business. I think that it goes hand in hand with golf too, because Ben Hogan said that golf is a game of 6 inches.
Yeah.
And when I first heard that, I'm like, what the fuck is he talking
what are you talking about
now? And he meant it's 6 inches from ear to ear.
Yeah.
It's a mental game. And with your clients, I mean, I've had that conversation dozens of times, you know? And what I tell them is like, hey, if you are this stressed, you need to take a break. Don't look at Zillow or our app every 2 minutes. Yeah. Take a break, back up. It's kind of like when you were dating.
Yeah. You're
like, oh, I want to find a girlfriend. And it doesn't work out because you're forcing it.
Well, and one of the things that we're going to do in our golf talk today is it's kind of like breaking down, like setting the table. Like, do you serve dinner to your family without setting the table? Like, what are you going to put the food on? And how prepared are you? And that goes from how prepared are you from a real estate agent to have these tough conversations? How prepared are the clients that you're delivering? How confident are you with your realtor that they're giving you the right information to help you stay the course? And I think that's like a topic that I think is going to be really engaging. But we'll talk about that while we golf, though.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be cool.
Yeah. What are we playing today? What are we playing today?
We are playing the Blue Monster at Trump National Doral. We'll try not to get into Trump, but we are playing it as a golf course because the PGA Tour is having a signature event in the Cadillac Classic, which is a newer event.
Does that mean we play from the blues?
I wish. We're playing from the blacks, and we have only 7,300 yards.
That's not bad.
It should be easy.
Really easy.
Yeah.
What holes are we playing?
We're playing the hardest ones. I don't even know. I honestly looked at it. I picked them because everyone knows that I'm not letting you pick anymore. Yeah. And I picked the shortest par 5.
Okay. Which is probably still
565 yards.
Jeez,
I picked the shortest par 4, which is only a measly 439, I think.
Doable.
And the shortest par 3, which I'm guessing must have tons of water because it's only 175.
Okay, that's manageable.
Yeah, we're still bringing out the big stick for that.
All right, so I think we're gonna hit par today. We haven't hit it in a while.
I know we're due.
We hit it the first day, right?
We're due.
First
We
episode.
went under par the first time, I
Oh
think.
yeah.
And then we haven't sniffed it since.
All right, we got this.
We got it.
Let's go. Par baby.
We have a spill.
Well, we can't give away our play there because people are gonna watch this as we're going. So,
but there's a reason that we're both happy.
We're sad. We don't know. You have to play off your emotions. Comment now what you think we did. I think we give them 3 choices: A, B, or C. A. What do you think? A
7.
+7. B
+4. No, I would say par.
par. Yeah. C.
Negative numbers.
Nobody's gonna believe that.
I don't think it will exist ever, but
We'll stay to the end. We'll see.
yeah.
It's A, B, or C negative number. So, it was alright play though. I had fun. Good course though.
Yeah, you finally figured out how to hit the ball again.
It's in between the ears.
No talking shit.
The 6 inches between.
All we had to do was have a mental health episode.
Yeah. You didn't look. As much as golf is mental, there's a lot of things that are. I think life and everything's mental.
And it's so
Mindset.
untalked about.
It's just
Like
mindset.
mental health is like one thing that I think America fails at.
Yeah.
Significantly.
So I kind of like my own strategy for like mental health. Like, and it's not just, it's how I like to feel as a person. So like I get up and I don't eat breakfast. I don't usually eat till the middle of the afternoon because it's natural energy, more focus. What are you laughing at? Escrow, like, how do you not eat breakfast? You know, like, how do you not put the food in your system before? But it's mental clarity. Yeah. I feel like when I get up and I eat a big meal, I'm tired. So in my mental clarity, getting up in the day, when's your first meal?
Mm-hmm. Within 30 minutes of waking up, for sure.
Okay.
Most days. Every day is different, you know?
Yeah.
You were like, oh, shoot, I have to drive an hour and be there at 8:30? Then I'm going to probably not eat breakfast.
It's just something about I get up, glass of water, cup of coffee, and I'm just like, I'm ready to rock for the day.
I got you. That's cool.
Everybody's different.
Do not like breakfast food.
I know. It's still shocking to me. You like egg salad sandwiches, but you don't like a bacon, egg, and cheese?
I like a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Okay. Then
but I don't
like breakfast.
Like a breakfast platter.
Like a Grand Slam from like Denny's, you're like, this is not on my list.
Like I'll go to a diner because my wife loves breakfast.
So if you go to Denny's, it's 9 in the morning.
I'm getting a cheeseburger, cheese steak, some sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I eat leftovers for breakfast.
All right.
Spaghetti? That's fine.
Pizza?
Yeah,
pizzas all day.
Anything.
I actually like pizza as breakfast.
Chicken BLT. We've been into those. That's fine.
Wow. So we started off on the episode, we were talking about like, you know, setting the table with your clients. I feel like...
Well, yeah, it's really mental health. It's Ben Hogan, 6 inches.
6 inches. And you think about like, I always... If you're a real estate agent and you have clients you're struggling with, I think the one thing that people have to realize is that it's how you set up the situation. Like, if you have a client that is looking in a market that they're not really affording, like you have a client that's buying $400,000 to $500,000 in Colombia right now. You have to let them know the difficulties and the challenges they get to getting under contract.
You have to set it up properly, but you also have to address how stressful everyone else on the outside will make real estate. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason why everyone that we've talked to that are first-time homebuyers think that this is like such a strenuous process.
Sure.
And it's because of the outside people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it honestly is not as stressful as you think. It sucks losing offers, but when it's meant to be, it's going to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was talking to a client this morning, and like I was literally, I wish I could record this call because I was telling her every time she lost out.
Wait, you don't record it for training purposes?
Yeah, I do not record my calls. So I was like, she said exactly what I told her. I was like, look, I promise you one thing is when you miss out on an offer. The next best house is going to come in. And when you actually get the house that under contract, it was probably the best one, and you're going to forget about the ones you missed out on. And, right then and there, she reminded me, she's like, Ryan, we were looking at this other house that we made an offer on. We lost out last week. And she's like, I am so much happier with this house than I was the other house I made offers on. So
but she was probably distraught when she lost that.
She was going to give up. She was literally like, if we don't get this house, I think I need to take a break from buying a home. Maybe it's just not meant to be. And that's where you could see the stress, starting to build up. And it's your job as a real estate agent to say, look, it's not you. It's not your qualification. It's not your lender. It's not your realtor. It's the market you're in.
Right.
And we made a few adjustments that she was able to, she really needed a little tiny bit
of seller help.
A little bit. Just a little tiny bit. And I was like, look, you really have to come beyond. You're going to have to dig a little deeper and find that extra help and not ask for it from the seller.
Right.
And that was the difference. And, it's like sometimes they got to get outside their comfort zone. And she did, and she got it under contract. But I laid the table.
Did she find a rich uncle?
No, she didn't. Yeah. She's actually just has the extra money, but she's okay now letting it go. You know what I mean? So it's not like she's,
pulling a smart budgeter that's like,
correct.
I can't take this out of my emergency fund.
But she realizes it's going for a better cause.
Right. Right. No, I mean, I get it.
And that's like, I feel like a lot of, and she was one that was actually working with, she fired her previous agent, which was the same thing. It's like the agent, I don't think did a really good job of helping her understand where she was in her qualifications in the market that she was in. And for every contract she lost, it was more stressful. Like we're going in, you were going in multiple offers. It's like I'm explaining to her before, if you go in any house in Columbia that's on the market first weekend, it's you and 3 or 4 other offers. And minimum over a list. And then start breaking down the contingencies. So, and why we have to do that.
Here's something that I say to my buyers all the time. I'm like, I always want you to get the best deal.
Sure.
Like, me. I want you to get the best deal.
Yeah.
Put yourself in the seller's shoes. If they listed it at $360 and it's been on for 3 days, do you really think that they're going to accept $350 with $10,000 back? So we're actually netting them $340.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you were the seller, would you accept it? And they're like, no, just put it on the market. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's what I've been trying to tell you. You know what I mean? So it's important to understand. Obviously, we're going to run the comps for every buyer that we work with. And if it's not severely overpriced, you're not going to take that $20K offer when it costs you, let's say, $2,500 of carrying costs. That's 10 months that you could carry before you accepted that offer.
Well, and you think about the challenges. All right, so you have today's consumer. They have their realtor they listen to, and then they have their mom, their dad, their aunt, their uncle, their coworker. Like everybody's telling you like about when they bought. Somebody bought a home 10 years ago. It's very different than buying a home today. Or you bought a home 5 years ago in the boom, like that's very different than today. So like when you have and then you have like the news, like generally if you're looking at the news, like our real estate market in Maryland is very different than the rest of the nation. We are, when you look at the concentration of housing, like between like Maryland and DC,
right?
The employment, the turnover in our markets, it's very different than most of the outside. So when you hear like, oh, National Association of Realtors, like inventory is going up. It's the highest inventory we've seen in a long time. There's 40% less buyers in the market. So you would think in a situation like that, it was very easy to buy a home. Right. But then you're looking at some of these markets and
we still have pockets of that.
We do,
but
not a lot of markets that we're.
Let's say the overwhelming majority is exactly what you're saying.
Think about the markets that are that way right now. I look at like Baltimore City. Yeah, Baltimore City is like a lot of inventory right now.
Right.
You start getting into more western, more rural areas, you're starting to see inventory sit a little bit longer. You like outside of Westminster, going up. Like Frederick's still pretty busy, but like then you get beyond Frederick. Even seeing like all places like Hagerstown's like like
Yeah.
really pick it up. So like you look at some of these pockets that you're in. So where are you looking to buy? So my goal with a client too is that you have to look at all markets. Everybody wants to be in a market or a neighborhood, but have multiple different options there.
Right. Well, you have to sacrifice something,
Correct.
whether it's price, square footage,
Yeah.
how close the houses are. Eventually, you have to sacrifice something if
Yeah.
you don't have an unlimited budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in a perfect world, everyone would buy the land and build their dream house and make it 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10s in the resale market do not exist. When you're getting to 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, that's when you should be writing an offer, in my
So
opinion.
I always tell, especially first time home buyers, that I always tell them this one stat. The average buyer buys a home and stays in a home from 5 to 7 years on
Right.
average. So we're not looking at the house. You're saying, I want a single family home that has all this that I can grow into in the next 20 to 30 years. That's not a first time home buyer's, mindset. Like
If
your
you're going to
mindset.
do that, well then, hey, dude, you need to accept the higher payment.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you need to swallow that pill. If you're buying your forever house and your one off,
Yeah.
then accept the higher payment.
But I
Because you
also
can't
think,
have the best of both
I always
worlds.
think about like, so when I bought our first home in the city, and like we built it, it was super custom, and I was like, I'm never selling this. I love this house. Like I never want to, we have a lot of stories around this house and why we sold, but like I was like, this is my forever home, and
Right.
like it didn't take a year or two that I was like, you know what, I really want to, I want a single family. I want to live in the county. I want. So it's like your things change, and all that I want to say to first time home buyers is that you get so caught up in that perfect home that's going to be lasting forever when you've got to realize that real estate, number one, is an investment.
I agree.
It's going to go up in value. It's a forced savings account. So instead of renting, paying your landlord, every month you're paying back your principal, growing your equity. Like in a couple of years, you're going to be in a much better financial position in selling and rebuying. So, in having that, like when we talk about mindset in the first time buyer, like breaking it down to saying, this isn't my forever home, that I don't need the perfect home. Like you start breaking down the barriers and they start becoming more confident in the process.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just education. Like instead of taking the salesy approach, you take
Sure.
the educational approach. But
But think about the majority of real estate agents out there.
I
I
want
mean,
to.
think like
That's
honestly.
what I want to. I want to shift to the mental health of realtors
Yeah.
because
I'll
that's
let
a
you
big thing.
I'll let you lead this one.
Yeah, I'll take it. This guy can't
Yeah.
even.
But you go to different real estate events and look at your competition out there.
It's wild. Like,
Now look,
just
there's
so many
really
people
good real
that
estate
are.
agents out there,
Oh,
but
there's so many. There's so many great colleagues in the industry that like don't work for us.
I know you're lying. Your face is getting red.
No, you can't see that. We have the lights, but basically, like, I just think that there is with any job, really, but
Yeah.
this is a stressful industry, and people don't understand that a lot. So you're dealing with your stressed out clients, and then you're dealing with yourself that's stressed out. Like, why can't I get these buyers under contract? Why hasn't this listing sold? Why, you know what I mean? And then the burnout. Like, I mean, I always tell you that I basically, and I'll say it, I don't care.
Yeah.
I get depressed about 2 weeks out of the year,
Yeah.
and I deal with that depression uh, in a way that most people wouldn't deal with it, but I take time off,
Yeah.
you know? And I just think that it's important to understand when you're tapped out and then fix the problem, address it head on, admit to yourself, and then go attack the problem. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, typically my burnouts happen right around like tax week.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's
because
stress
I'm
about that.
grinding for
Yeah.
the new year for 3.5 months, 4.5 months, and I'm just grinding. And it's like, if this doesn't hit, then it's like, what the heck? What am I going to do to put food on the table? You
Yeah.
know? And then take a week off, take a break. And then I go right back into it and grind as hard as
Yeah.
I can. and then right around
So now, I mean,
August, late
and you're like
August,
a free,
September.
and like you're like a full-time real estate agent. So like,
Yeah,
and we look at, when you look at some of the agents out there, like you cross paths and showings and different things like that. Majority of the real estate out there, like almost look at their robotic with their clients. So when we look at the mental fitness of your clients, it's ultimately guided by the realtor they choose.
absolutely. And
And
that's why
if you're
I need a break because
that's what I say, if you're having a bad week,
I don't want to come into my clients and be like, yeah, well, this fucking
yeah,
house
this house
sucks
sucks.
and
Yeah.
I hate my life, you know?
But I really need you to buy this right now because it's tax season.
Yeah, yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And it's unfair to your clients and it's bad form.
Yeah. I mean, we had you know, majority of real estate, obviously, we talked in previous shows, like don't sell a lot of real estate.
Right.
So those are typically the ones that these clients are working with that are just trying to do whatever they can to get it under contract just so they can earn a commission. And I feel like that's a lot of the clients where they feel like they're so stressed. I mean, how many clients have you taken over and the client goes on one appointment with you and they're like, man, this is a whole different experience. You're giving me a whole different reality to the real market. And I feel
Yeah,
like,
and it's almost that they're embarrassed that they started working with their first realtor.
correct.
You ever have that?
Oh,
They're
100%,
like,
yeah.
just what? You got into the crawl space? What?
Well,
I didn't even know this was a crawl
maybe
space.
he does that. I'm not getting it.
I get into everything.
You bring that like your painter suit,
I got a flashlight, a
golf
laser
ball.
tape, and a golf ball to see
Okay.
if the floors are level. And basically, I've had clients that are like, why in the world did we choose to work with our cousin?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. Well, that's why I say like you get into the buying process. We talk about sellers too. I mean, buyers are really stressed because of multiple offers. But for a seller, I mean, if you don't do the things that are necessary, I was in a house and the other day. I mean, like I'm like, there's no way this house is gonna sell. I mean, they did nothing to prepare the house. I mean,
Right.
they had a lot of animals. Like, I mean, I walked out. I just wanted to take a shower. Like, it's not my house. It's not my animals. Like, you know, it was not my vibe. I'm like, how is something like this? And so we have the other side of the market right now where, you're not in the Columbia market. You're not in the hot zones, and you're feeling the stress of like, man, I'm not getting showings.
I'm going through it right now
Yeah.
with one of my listings.
And what's wrong with my house? I've done everything to prepare the house, but there are some pocket markets out there that are sitting, and it's just like you have to do your best to make sure it's priced well, everything's prepared. When you do get that showing, like your house looks like the day that it was cleaned and like model like as you possibly can. And but that's also dealing with that side is like that's the other side of the market is that maybe if you're in one of those pocket markets price is going to be the big driving factor. If you've done everything else that you possibly can do to the property, and it's like coming to the mindset that maybe you're not getting as much for your house,
right?
Is a big decision that
It's a
sellers have to make.
large pill to swallow.
It's hard,
I mean, think of you buying your house, and you're like, I bought this for 800,000,
yeah,
and now I have to sell it for 825, and it cost me a lot of money to sell it.
sell it, yeah. And that's what I say. It's tough, It's like, but a lot of times when you're in the seller mess, you got to look at the end goal. What is the purpose of the move? Like what is the thing that's gonna better your life by being in that next destination?
Yeah, absolutely. And it all goes back to mental health because I think that if you truly look in the mirror, you know, and you have that conversation, which is hard a lot. I mean, think of every aspect of
I'm
your
good
life.
enough. I'm smart enough.
It's very hard to do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever they're manifesting. But I just think that that is a hard conversation to grasp. But as soon as you grasp it,
Oh,
everything.
the C parts.
Yeah,
It's like okay, it actually worked. Like my house is
exactly.
under contract. I am now moving towards that goal.
And we have a actually great buyer, great buyer's agent who knows what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's like when you how about like talk about mental health with the listing
Yeah.
when it goes under contract and then comes out.
Well, and there's one more thing I wanted to go over is like we talk about mental health, buyer, seller, realtor, but I think there's one category, there's a training that we should be putting on is like how realtors should interact with other realtors. I think it's huge in our industry. I feel like so many realtors are we lead with their like their resume versus trying to get a job done. And it's like
I
or
feel
they
like
don't
it's
know how
a
to
dick measuring contest.
it is. In a lot of ways it is. It's like who's the better realtor versus like, hey, we got a job to do for our clients. If I do my job well, you do your job well, we communicate well,
And we're gonna
everything will work out
make
fine.
everyone happy.
Everything will work out
Yeah.
fine. But I feel like there's so many people out there that are looking for that next, like, I did a better job. I'm a better real estate. I sold more real estate. You know what I mean? Like, versus really, and I think that's something I wish there was training, like, it was almost like self defense training, but it's really like realtor on realtor
Yeah.
training, like, learn to deal with each other.
I wish that we could eradicate. I've been in this business for X amount of years.
Yeah.
If we could eradicate that, like make it illegal.
I don't know. That's probably the most annoying thing.
It's like,
for real
oh,
estate
this is
here.
gonna suck.
Yeah.
As soon as the conversation starts like that, I know that I'm in for a probably 20-minute conversation that could have been 2 text messages.
And if you're a real estate agent out there that is saying that, one, stop.
Please.
And two, you're probably in that amount of time aren't really doing that much business because the top agents out there aren't sitting there talking about their, oh, I did over the last year, I did 1,473 contracts. Like nobody talks about that.
No.
It's just get the job done.
Absolutely.
I think that's one of the most frustrating. I think we could probably do a whole show on that.
I'm willing to work with you, and we will come to an end.
How about we do this? We do a show where I bring on my number one realtor I can't stand. You bring on your number one, and we'll just.
I think I was blocked. But yeah, no, I mean, I think that mental health is huge, and it like just like golf.
Yeah.
You have to be aware of your client's mental health. You have to be aware of your own mental health, and just stay the even path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Life is life, man. It's too short to
Exactly.
get stressed out. That's why Par and Escrow just golf in the office.
Yeah, exactly.
We feel a little stressed. We just come and play 3, right?
Come and play with us.
Good episode. All right, Par.
See you, Escrow. No, I'm Escrow.
I got you. Mental health, dude.
You
Between the ears.
I gotta try listening. You know, God said that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. That's what my mom wants to tell me.
Exactly. All right, bud.